Welcome back, everybody. This is Brothermutant here. Today we're going to deviate again from our main Magus run. We're going to dip into Bookworms, my solo run. I want to show you a specific fight. I believe this is our guy. I wanted to make sure that I had it saved at an appropriate spot. Now, this is not a solo run as you saw originally. I have 3 other teammates, plus a 4th in the puppy from the ranger. But I brought the team that made the most sense. These are ones that are supposed to be there to help me complete this mission. So they are there, but they are there for only moral support. Now, I will buff with them, like a shield spell, or a shield of faith spell, or a bless spell, stuff that I would have access to anyway, just to save on scrolls. But as you can see, here's my team of helpers. We're going to get them out of the way so they're nowhere near Tartuc and his buddies. So they're basically going to sit over here, put them on AI stupid, and as well as hold so they don't charge in and help me. Then you'll see that I'm buffed up and what I plan to do for this fight. So again, just to pause it to show you what we have here. We have Hiram, the healer, a cleric. He came because he wanted to know about the Dwarven Caves. Jubilos wanted to know where they were at. Now, I don't necessarily need to bring him inside, but since he was already part of the team, I said, what the hell, you're in like Flynn. And then, of course, the Kondayu, Ekon, actually has a quest inside here we've yet to complete. That's completely separate, but I wanted to bring everybody that made sense. Now, I have, again, pre-buffed up off camera. You see that I have, from my own spells, Bear's Endurance, Mirror Image, I have a Bloodfire Fever. What the hell? I didn't even know I had fever. Where did I get this? Oh, hold on a second. Sorry, folks. I did not know that I had that. Do I have a Remove Disease spell? I have a lot of scrolls, by the way, that copy. What's this one? Pushing Despair. Sorry, I know this is not what you guys came to see, but this video is going to be... What's that one? Vampire Touch. Heck yeah. Blindness, prayer. That's a cleric spell. And again, you see that I have been steadily stockpiling scrolls that you know that I'm going to use, reasonably cheap ones, as well as ones that I find and just go out of my way not to specifically use. So you see Scorching Ray here I have. Got a lot of acid arrows as well. Oh, I think I needed that one. Yeah, there we go. Ooh, is that my poison? There we go. Use that. Okay, so now hopefully when that kicks off, the Bloodfire Fever will basically work as well out of my system. Looks like strength and dexterity damage, fatigue. Didn't even know I had that. I don't know how I got that. That's weird. And again, do a quick pass just to make sure I'm not forgetting something. That glitter dust. Yeah, I've got a lot of scrolls in here. This is the Troll King fight, I think. At least that's what he calls himself, and Tartuc is here with him. You'll see that I'll use these magic missiles to great effect. Remember, these are cheap, what should be caster level 1 missile attack. Because I'm Scroll Savant level 10, I get that special ability that allows me to cast it as my caster level, which would be in the level 11. The highest this goes to is level 9. I actually shoot these scrolls off at full caster ability, which means I get 5 missiles a whack. It's still freaking awesome. But yeah, looks like I have. Looks like I had a color spray. Must have grabbed a few of those at a vendor, I'm guessing. This one's extremely useful, as a matter of fact. The ability to stun, even if it's for short periods of time, is still extremely helpful. This fight is tricky, and I literally, not cheated, but I went online and I saw someone else's video of it to get an idea how he did it with his sorcerer. And of course, this is Mithril's that I'm referring to. I'm sure Mithril's isn't the only one that's done this solo, so I'm not saying he's the only one that can. But I'm emulating him in this particular build. I want to get rid of the Shadows Cloak, and I wanted the Resistance Cloak. Again, we've found a lot of really nice things here. I have my spells already queued up over yay. I don't have a lot in the way of acid. Remember, we're going to be fighting a branded troll, matter of fact, a very powerful branded troll, quite the jackass branded troll. And this jackass has extra abilities that trolls don't normally have. I'm not real sure what that's about. I've done this fight once or twice before, haven't beaten him yet, but I think I got a pretty good handle on what to do now that I've seen Mithral's video. So the trick is, you see, same out here with the camera here so you guys can see where we're in the map. In this area here, this last main room, and there's other rooms still to explore, this last main room here in this darkened area is Tartuc, the reincarnation of Tartuccio. You remember that gnome jackass from earlier on. He's basically a kobold now, proper. And he is here merging all the kobolds with the trolls, and he's giving them magic abilities that allows them to be resistant, completely immune to fire damage, which is screwing the pooch big time. He's not immune to other damage types. So I can hit him with cold, I can hit him with lightning, I can hit him with acid, which will of course kill him still, thank God. But I don't have a lot of acid attacks. I have these dragon's breaths, 5 of them. I've queued up as many as I can. I have a couple Siroccos here, but that's nice knockdown and fire damage, and it really doesn't do me a lot of good otherwise. Web works normally, but this guy for some reason seems to be immune to it, which is pissing me off beyond all measure. Because even if he was slowed down, I could pepper him like crazy with some ranged attacks that are acid/magic missile stuff, and that would be enough to take him out, I think. And if I really need to help a little bit, I got Cold Ice Strike, which is a fast casting ability, as well as Icy Prison, which doesn't do a lot of damage, but it should lock him down, hopefully. But again, I don't remember that working very well either. So the trick for me has been this. Move in close. You can see there's other kobolds around. And if I move in just the tiniest bit more, we have an anvil here. There's a tiniest bit more around here. And around here is Tartuc and the kobold, or the troll king, excuse me. So what I do is, again, just to show you my buffs, the poison is not for any other reason than I found out that I had poison on me, which I didn't know. Mirror image, for obvious reasons. If it hits me, maybe I'll get lucky and it takes out one of the images instead, because he's pretty quick. Bear's Endurance for that extra hit point bump for myself. I have my hair familiar that gives me extra initiative. I got resisted to acid communal, kicked off by, I don't want to say him, but that was on the previous fight. This is why it's only 7 minutes, blah blah. That was just because I like to slap down when I'm fighting these trolls, that the branded trolls that are immune to fire but not to acid. Acid has to kill them, right? So, or something that disintegrates them would work too. So I'm using this elemental wall of acid, putting my front line right on top of that acid, so sometimes they step a toe into it. That's the reason for the acid resistance. And they're able to they're able to prevent the trolls coming out of here, and we held them at this spot. That's why you see all the dead bodies out, yay. But they were like 3 branded trolls. Pretty nasty fight, matter of fact. And I'm still fairly certain that I could have killed them solo. These guys are branded trolls are nasty, but they're not so nasty that I can't take them out with some good Dragon's Breath placement, a nice web spell. Even Sirocco's helps because it will knock them down. And while they won't take damage because it's fire damage, I can literally slap on something like Cloud Kill on top of them, hit them with AoE moves that do damage that's not fire, and it still will hurt them. And I was doing really great effect to that earlier in the dungeon in various places by myself, and I felt confident that I could take them out, so I just sped things up by using the team, basically. Since they're here already, and they're already stealing my XP, I figure what the hell, they might as well carry their own weight. But I wanted to show you that I can do this fight by myself. So again, here we are. We see these guys. We know that they're here, because we've save scummed this before. I'm going to slap down web right in the center of this mess. And actually, that is not enough to trigger anything, which is amazing, because they're clearly being attacked. Now, if you do double Sirocco, just to start things off, remember they're not enemies yet, so they won't die, I don't think, from it, until you get in here. Trigger this, and I'm just going to skip past this, so basically I piss them off. And the fact that we got double Sirocco is going to be our saving grace. Now this doofus, as you can see, he's pretty zippy. We need to make sure Tartuccio dies. That's Tartuc here. He's about dead. Alright, that's our cue. Now from there, everyone flees. He's, as you can see, just as fast as I am, the little jackass. Matter of fact, I don't think I put this in my belt like I should have. Nope. I want to kick out this, and the trick. Vanish might work too, but I know I have an invisibility potion here somewhere. Oh, it's probably more expensive. Yeah, there we go. And the trick is to not have him be in this room, I think. So I literally go all the way to here. Let him chase me. He's just as fast as I am, the little jackass. I mean, I never seem to break away from him for any real length of time. Not enough for me to stop, turn, and shoot, stop, turn, and shoot. So we literally get him to here. And do that. He can't see me. And I've literally pulled the team completely away to over here. Again, I'm just repeating what Mithril's did. Take it to this area. Now, the one thing that Mithril's did do that I am not capable of doing is he rested right after this to get his spells back in this area. Came back down. Tartuc's now gone. All his bad guys are gone. The main guy's there, and he's a jerk, but he's not as fast as he was. That's our saving grace. So we're going to come back to here. I want to make sure that these guys are on autopilot stupid. Yep. We got a level for harem. They're nice. Okay, so she comes back down here. Now again, I have some of these buffs from my team, but there's nothing that could have stopped me from putting the same exact buffs on myself, and technically at a higher level, because none of these guys are level 11. So I have maybe a Shield of Faith on me, perhaps. I don't think so, but if I did, I could have done it from a scroll, which I might just do just to have some extra protection. But let's see, what do we have here? Oh, freedom of movement. That one I find useful. So I'll slap that on, and that's a pretty decent buff for me now. Yeah, that'll last through this whole damn fight. I even use a blur to make sure that I have a 20% chance of just being straight up missed, and that lasts for a good long while, 3 minutes. From there, we know fire's not going to do piss all. Might as well get rid of all of those things. And you can either slap in a couple of acids, or again, I like the magic missiles. I'd also like the Ray of Enfeeblement. Again, I cast it at full caster level, thanks to me being a badass. Now, I need to find him. There he is. Go like yay. And for those of you that don't know, I hit him with that. I hit him as a touch attack. Yep. Okay, nice hit. And he did a fortitude save. That does not prevent it from happening. It just cuts out the amount of strength damage by half. So if I would have hit him for, say, 10 strength damage, now it's only -5 because he made his save. That's still good for me because that's decreasing his chance of hitting me, decreasing the amount of damage he does when he hits me with that big hogging club of his, little jackass. And now I can go to town. I don't use the scrolls if I don't have to. They're just there if I want them. So I will do stuff like magic missile on cue. As you can see, he's going to swing at me, so that's what the mirror image is for. To give me that chance to get the hell away in case I need it. If you do it right, we have just enough time to cast a magic missile spell and get away. Oh, let's see, still managed to get swinging at me. I just needed to take a further step away. But that's the trick. Okay, you can see it's doing damage. Because I'm Evoker, it does even more damage, which is again a saving grace for me. Oops, did I run out? Oh, I ran out. My apologies. Okay, it's time for long range stuff like Acid Arrow. Very nice spell. And again, I should be casting that one at not full effect because I'm only level 11. But let's see, it says 6 additional rounds every 3 rounds, right? Yeah, every 3 caster levels you possess. So 18, 15, 14, no, sorry, 18, 15, 11. So yeah, I'm right at 2 levels, no, 18, 15, 12, there it is. I've got math. So I'm not at 12 yet, so I'm at, technically, as far as the spell's concerned, level 9. So that's 3 separate ticks. So the first hit and then tick, tick, tick. So it should hit them for 4 rounds total. And again, the freedom of movement is because I know I had the web spell there. If it slows him down the tiniest bit, it's worth it as far as I'm concerned. And of course, I have to hit him with the spell, so that's a problem. I can do things like this, because it casts. This is the only spell, by the way, in the whole game that I've noticed that casts as a swift action. I see casting time. I love Cold Ice Strike, so it does really good damage. As you can see, hurt him for a lot. And it's fast. It doesn't have the best range ever, like you're about to see here with my little acid breath, but I can fire these off usually pretty quick too. It's 23 damage, not bad, but again, that's damage that's going to kill him. So if he'll die from the move, this will be enough to put him out. Boom in your face. Alright, after Tartuc's death, the troll's tracks become slow and hesitant. Finally, Hargulka drops his club and squats, clearly fatigued.
Hargulka doesn't want to fight anymore. More one.
His voice is ragged, his breathing heavy. You weren't too eager to show mercy to us. Why should I show mercy to you? Hargulka spits blood on the floor. The aura of might and power he displayed before seems to have vanished into nothing. What you see now is an extremely tired, wounded, and elderly troll, his pelt worn and his face wrinkled. Suck it, loser.
Don't know. Hargulka would not let you go. Trolls wanted a kingdom. Home. But failed to protect it from Orma.
Okay. We got a couple of attack options here, but I want to find out some info. If you hadn't killed people, I wouldn't have had to destroy your home.
Trolls always ate Orma. Always fought Orma. How stop something that was always.
Hargulka speaks quietly, almost as if apologizing for the generations of trolls who came before him. Yeah, I mean, I feel bad. I mean, I really do. Talking trolls wasn't something I honestly envisioned that was going to happen in this game, so this is kind of poetic. And they went out of their way to be nice. I even got one of the guys that let me into the troll to talk to this jackass in the first place. He gets bitch slapped in the face by the jerk. I ran into him later on, and I convinced the guy to leave me alone. He walked away and let me, I mean, I killed all his friends, but he did nothing to me, and I was okay with letting him go, so screw that.
Tartuc ordered to stop eating Orma. Hargulka wanted to unite trolls first. Teach them stop eating Orma later. Tartuc was right.
So Hargulka glances briefly at the kobold's corpse. How did you manage to gather, let alone control so many trolls?
Orma, you not understand. Hargulka brought no one. Trolls came to Hargulka on their own will. Hargulka was first branded by Tartuc. First be immortal. Hargulka showed the trolls they could live without fear. No more brand. Fear comes again.
Yeah. Sorry, buddy. Oh, what would you do if I let you... Nah, screw that. Attack. Your actions have caused numerous human deaths. It's time for you to answer for your crimes. What the fuck is wrong with you laughing at, bitch?
Words, right? While you spoke, Hargulka healed his wound.
Oh, son of a bitch.
If Hargulka dies now, Orma dies with him.
Fuck me.
Defeat is not an
Son of a... I don't think I can take him now. Shit. Well played, DM. Well played. That's my own fault. That really was not something I had envisioned was going to happen in a boss fight. Well, let's see what we can fire on this jackass. I got Icy Prison. I'll give it a go. No joy. Doesn't even seem to slow him down. But if it does damage, I don't care. I mean, that's the purpose of it. It doesn't look like it is. I think the damage is only if it really freezes them in place. I wish you could have stacking effects. You know, like the reflex save of the web would be enough to trigger the freaking hold of the ice prison, but sadly no. Man, I don't think I got it in me to kill this jackass. I only got 3 of those left. The cloud's not good enough. It doesn't kill fast enough. Jackass. That pisses me off. And I'm not wanting to use all these scrolls for no good goddamn reason. This is not enough to take him out. Yeah, see, that's not enough damage. Alright, screw you, dick. That sucked. Alright, let's do this again. That was not anticipated, guys. That really was not cool. Asshole. Well, I guess we don't get to ask questions. That was good. That was super funny. Well, shit. Piece of piss. Alright, party. Where's my party? Party. We want to party. Alright, they're going to come up here. I am going to stay right down there. I do wanted that freedom of movement on me. Yes, yeah. Use that, and again, I'm going to copy some scrolls. I'll worry about the other ones later. I know I have more. You know, I really can't say enough nice things about the ability to use scrolls like this, though. I have come across 1 or 2 that I still can't use, guaranteed. I'm assuming that's a use magic device check problem. Could have been that it was because it was in combat when I was trying to do it, so it's harder to use them. I'm not sure. That's what I do. But these guys are, again, on autopilot stupid and powered down stopping. And she is going to do her trick. Alright, so again, web. I don't like it when I can see them. If I see them, I'm afraid they're going to attack me. Again, right in the center as best as you can. And again, the same with these. Maybe a little to the back away from you, because you really need them to queue up on that Tartuc. Alright, that's my cue that Tartuccio died. Yeah. Ooh, man, he was a jackass. Look at him. Immune to magic missiles. Twice, no less. Okay. He's getting higher. He must have been level 10. Son of a bitch. 11. Ooh. Wizard, no less. Ouch. That could have hurt. He's the same level as I am. Really? He even had himself a pretty damn decent armor class, man. Look at that shit. Go Tartuc. Anyway, our trick. Just, again, join those guys out there. While you're doing that, I will put in your potion of invis. He follows out. I'll make sure he gets as close as I can. You cannot see me. Pull the team. All the way back here again.
I will see this through.
Again, you guys can hold right there if you would, please. Now, if I head back here, he should be back over here without his super speed buff on. I'm assuming that just wears off. I think that's what that is. Maybe that's something Mithril's clamored onto. Mithril's usually, or in his video I should say, this was his Eldritch Knight that did this attack. He fought him man to man, which you have to be impressed with. He camped out here, pre-buffed up, of course. He wasn't stupid. He went in, guns a-blazing, and then from there took him out melee style, which I was highly impressed by for a squishy Eldritch Knight. But now he was, pause it real quick so I don't lose my buzz, Eldritch Knight / a monk of some kind, and a sorcerer. Probably Scaled Fist, I guess, would make the most sense. And I think that was it. Maybe might have been a Vivisectionist too, but at least those three. And that was enough for him to take him out. I was quite impressed. So he had some martial ability. He had the crane style going, which of course you know I'm a favor of, especially for like an Eldritch Scion. So I still think an Eldritch Scion can do this. Think of it this way. If I'm level 11, because I went solo through most of this game with this character, I could do the same with an Eldritch Scion, presumably. Now, I'd have armor. She does not. I'd have spells that weren't as good, because it'd only be, was it level 1, level 4, level 7, level 10. I'd be having access to level 4 spells. Now, level 4 spells for her, let's see if I can show you what I normally pick. That would give me my Dragon's Breath. That would be enough, along with something else like some acid arrows, and of course Magic Missile. So I'm using all the same tricks with the exception of the web and the Sirocco. I would have web more likely than not on an Eldritch Scion. If not, at the very least I could find a scroll of it, I'm sure, and slap it down. I would not be able to do the Sirocco, so that's the thing. I'd have to find something else, maybe have to do the cheese and do some cloud kills. But only if I have to, and again that would be a scroll. But yeah, by and large, I think I could have taken him solo as my Eldritch Scion, because again, the Eldritch Scion has better armor, has the ability to charge her weapon, has the spells like a sorcerer, so that instead of it being in limited picks like I'm doing here, where I'm having to, you know, triple up and quadruple up and such on spells, he would just have access to them, because that's what an Eldritch Scion is, like a sorcerer, battle caster sorcerer. So I think I could do it. At the very least, I stand a pretty good chance of it. Alright, now I have my buffs. Harguka. What can I do to piss you off immediately? Yeah.
Strike as one. Stand with me.
Over this way, sir. Oh wait, I didn't mean to go that way. I mean to go this way. And come around. And again, we'll repeat this process. As you guys remember, the reason I do this one first is because it's magic missiles, because auto hit, guaranteed. Enough damage, hopefully, with the spike. You see the 9 is from that one hit that's getting my evocation bonus. The rest are 1d4 plus 1 minimum. Because these are just regular magic missiles, nothing extra fancy about them. But I'm doing it first because not only is it auto hit, it's such a close range that he has a chance of wailing on me. I'd rather use these now while I still have some mirror image chance of protection on myself. On the off chance he takes a swing or 7. So that's the saving grace for this fight. And again, I can get about 2 off on each path. Okay, now those are done. I could do acid arrow, and they have a longer range, which means I really don't have to worry quite as much about the distance thing. I keep the good distance still, but I can cast it almost immediately as I stop. The trick is that timer, that 6-second timer, is being counted for our combat round while we're moving. So the chances are, if I stop, I should be at 0 almost immediately, right? And that's why I can stop, turn, shoot, stop, turn, shoot. As long as I have the distance. I love that spell. Man, that's some really good damage. I don't know why that one hits so hard. Oh, that's why. This one is, it's an evocation, so it's getting the plus damage, plus 5, because I'm level 11. It takes your caster level divided by 2, round down, for how many extra points it can do. So that's extra 5 points of damage, as you see, per attack. This attack got plus 5. Now, the 13d6 instead of 11d6 it can go higher up to 15d6, I want to say. This one is the one I picked for spell specialization, so it's a +2 level caster level as far as this is concerned. So instead of being level 11, I'm level 13. That's why it's hitting a little bit harder. Still, 52 is a really nice hit compared to what I've been getting from these goddamn Dragon's Breath, because these things should be 11d6. So it should be 11 to 66, and I'm still getting nowhere near the 52. I'm getting like 20s from this one. So I'm not real sure what that's about. But that nice solid hit was enough to really wear him down to a good place. Ooh, there's a nice solid 40. I'll take that. One more hit and he'll probably do his little speech. Yep. Screw you, die.
We will prevail.
Yeah, he screw you, dude. Stop talking. You jackhole. And in your face. That's how we do it in my hometown. Biatch. Take damage, fool. You can see that's his heavy mace. He's got a belt, some loot, cure light wounds belt, iron dwarven key. We'll take all that. Belt of physical might +4. What is that? +4 strength con bump, and his mallet of woe. What is this thing? 5 to 15 damage. That's not counting his strength bump, and you know trolls have huge strength. So that's a nice amount of damage. +3 enhancement weapon. Wow, that's nice. Oh, is that single-handed, no less? Let me pass that off to Harem. What is it? Heavy mace. 2 to 6 damage, and grants the ability to continuous effect of freedom of movement. Son of a bitch. That's why my hold moves and my web spells were doing spit on this guy. Okay, that's why. That makes more sense. But with that, over here and grab from Tartuc's body. Just so I can see what we got from him. Got some decent stuff from him. I got a headband of alluring charisma +4. Now, if I went Eldritch Scion in here, this would be a good bump for me for charisma. Because more likely not to have a headband of alluring charisma +2 or whatever the hell they call it. So I'd have a +2 bump. Now I would have a +4. So that would make me happy. I'd have a decent weapon if I wanted to, because I'm in Eldritch Scion. I can wield martial weapons. I could really swing this thing and probably have some fun with having continuous freedom of movement on me. I'd probably load up on some web spells or grease spells. I think freedom of movement works on grease. I don't know that. I should check that. But I'd also get a Ring of Protection +2. That means I can get rid of Tartucio's piece of shit present. Ring of Luck. Ooh, +1 bonus to a luck bonus to all saving throws. So that's down here. Notice it says luck bonus, guys. And I forgot to put my goddamn cloak. Versus resistance bonus. Again, this is where I was telling you before about things that stack. So this one here is giving me a +2. As you can see, I'm getting a +2 morale bonus from heroism, a spell that I have on me when I cast myself. And then if I slap this luck ring in, let's just slap it in here instead of Tartucio's present. And I should get another +1, yeah, from luck. Boom, I'm at 11, 12, and 12 right now. That's pretty sweet. So imagine that. Imagine this no less if you were doing this headband of alluring charisma and you went Eldritch Scion, but 2 levels of paladin. So that you get the saving throw bonus based on your charisma bonus. Assuming that your charisma bonus would be high, boom, boom, boom. And then, of course, you go one more and say, instead of Eldritch Scion straight or Eldritch Scion and 2 paladin, do Eldritch Scion, 2 paladin, and 1 scaled fist monk, and do unarmored combat, where your charisma bonus is adding to your armor class, including your touch armor class. Have a decent dexterity, as you see here. This would be pumped up another +4 thanks to this damn thing. You actually have a pretty good armor class, I'd say, running naked in the breeze, and have some huge damn saving throws. So this is entirely doable fight up to this point. Theory crafting, as far as I'm concerned, as an Eldritch Scion or Eldritch Scion sub multi-class. I think it's a possibility. Having said that, it would be rough, and there certainly are fights that were difficult, where having Sirocco was extremely helpful. For instance, pause it, open map. Up in here somewhere, there's a fight or two where there's like a lot of bad guys, kobolds and trolls, and many of those branded trolls as well, if I remember correctly. But the Siroccos was enough to knock them down, at least keep the riffraff off me or kill them outright. And then if I just cast a poison cloud their way, a cloud kill spell, and it just literally just drift by based on which way I'm facing. It just drifted through those guys and just death all the way back. I had to keep facing this way, so I go loot the bodies, come back, and then make sure to face that way again so it didn't drift into me while I was thinking about how I was going to handle this mess. But you have to wait for that cloud to kick off. But with that, though, I think this was a pretty successful demonstration of what a solo character, and this is a straight wizard. I mean, it's a Scroll Savant, which is her saving grace, as you know. But it's nothing special, nothing fancy. It's just a Scroll Savant with some pretty decent gears that she's soloed up in every place that I can take her solo. Again, these guys brought because they were part of their mission quest, and I don't want to miss out on quests. So with that, though, my name is Brothermutant. Please like, subscribe, comment down below. Tell me how you guys think you would have done it differently, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye now.